JewishHistory.org presents Rabbi Berel Wein's 5,000 Years of Jewish History. One video clip at a time. Clip number 70. The 1905 Russian Revolution.
Tsar Nicholas II and his empress, who was a daughter of the Austrian emperor, were autocrats. They still believed in the divine right of kings. And they ruled Russia with an iron fist. They were terrible anti-Semites. And all troubles in Russia, the Tsar blamed on the Zhids, on the Jews. Because of this situation, volatile situation in which the people themselves, the serfs, the peasants, the workers felt exploited, and because of the radicalization of Jewish youth, because of the anti-Semitism, there arose a group of revolutionaries, strong revolutionaries, who wanted to topple the Tsar, or at least have the Tsar grant them some form of democracy. In 1905, this spilled over into violence. Bloody Sunday occurred. They wanted to present the Tsar with a list of what today would be minimal realistic demands to improve the lot of the working people. The Tsar's soldiers fired upon them. They killed many of them. The Cossacks attacked. And this Bloody Sunday touched off a revolution that shook the Tsar's throne to its very foundations. The Tsar eventually had to capitulate somewhat. He granted them a Duma, a parliament, but he later dismissed that Duma and went back to his autocratic rule, thereby sealing his ultimate doom when the revolution of 1917, the Bolshevik Revolution, would take place. Now, the revolution of 1905 was run mainly by social democrats, not by the communists who were present, not even by the socialists who were present. The social democrats, they wanted democracy, they wanted representative government, wanted a parliament, they wanted to better the life of the workers and of the peasants. This revolution failed, as Lenin so famously put it in his speech regarding the 1905 revolution, because they did not have a firing squad. They were not ruthless enough. And therefore, the peasants, for instance, burned 1/15 of all of the lands of the noblemen. And Lenin said they should have burned all of the lands of the noblemen. And Lenin, when he would come to power, would actualize what he said. But in 1905, this already weakened the Tsar greatly. He was on precarious ground, but nevertheless, he insisted somehow that the autocratic rule, the divine right of kings, still applied, and he was going to run Russia that way. He had a son, the Tsarevich, who was a hemophiliac and who was always in danger of dying because any little scratch, then there was no medical treatment that was able to deal with it. And he and the empress came under the spell of a charlatan, a womanizer, a Russian monk by the name of Rasputin, who claimed to have magical powers and who claimed to have cured the son many times from the effects of his hemophilia. And the Tsar listened to Rasputin more than he listened to common sense and to the real advisors that could have saved him from his fate. In any event, 1905 is a turning point for the Jews also, because it pushed the Jews further into emigration, it pushed them further into Zionism, and it pushed them into radicalization, so that amongst the revolutionaries, the Jews were proportionately, rather disproportionately represented compared to their population in the country. And many of the leading revolutionaries, both in the 1905 and 1917 revolutions, were Jews. but they were Jews who came to destroy the Jewish people, not to save it. My name is Beryl Wine, and I thank you for watching.
For more on Jewish history, go to jewishhistory.org.